This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Calls made to appoint treasurer immediately. New Solicitor General appointed. And Trukai Fun Run officially launched. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malcolm Waira. Thank you for joining us. The Deputy Opposition Leader and member for Chuave, James Nomane, has called for the Prime Minister to appoint a treasurer immediately.
The Deputy Opposition Leader, prior to calling for the immediate appointment of a treasurer, reflected on the January 10th event that has impacted the country and highlighted that the government has failed to provide policy to restore confidence in the country. Exemplifying Total Energy's lack of confidence to invest in Papua LNG, the member further elaborated.
And in the last 3 months, we haven't seen or heard of the government's policy to deal with the loss of business confidence.
Mr. Nomane labeled the January 10th event as a reflection of an incompetency within the government.
Lackadaisical approach that the Prime Minister seems to have with everything. No policy, no strategy, no plan, no clear vision. Papua New Guinea will get nowhere, and we're going to get there in a hurry. So what's required now? If he's serious about the economy and the future of Papua New Guineans, you've got to appoint a competent Minister of Treasury immediately and have that minister come out and tell the country what is the economic plan for recovery.
The Deputy Opposition Leader then called on the Prime Minister to appoint a treasurer as soon as possible.
All our hopes and dreams have been in these big extractive resource projects, Porgera, Pingyang, Papua LNG. None of these things will come to fruition in the next 12 months. What happened up in Porgera last time was just a publicity stunt. Where's the power for Porgera? What's the status of Hyde's gas? It doesn't operate. So how are we powering Porgera? So we've got to stop lying to the people of Papua New Guinea that things are right and we're tracking all right.
He further highlighted on some positive outcomes the government would have achieved if they have a clear vision and policy.
The challenge to the Prime Minister is, and his government, come out to the country and tell us how you will reduce the price of 500 grams of rice to 2 kina, how you will reduce the price of oxen palm so it's affordable at 5 kina, how you will create 100,000 jobs immediately. And all these things are possible. All that's required is an acute understanding of how the economy works.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
Following the Prime Minister's call to the provincial member for East Sepik, Alan Bird, to provide evidence of the allegations he had raised, the alternate Prime Minister nominee responded and stated that he will withhold this information so as not to compromise the safety of the sources of information. However, Mr. Bird revealed that the main purpose for him to bring this out to the public is for these threats to stop.
Try as much as possible to protect the people that are assisting me with this. And I was called by police. The information came to me from police. It didn't come to me from another source. That's number one. Number two, there are certain instructions from certain agencies to investigate me, and I've got copies of those letters. But I don't think it does any utility for me to release those things. I think the important thing is what we've said in the statement. These things are not new. We know that threats are a daily thing in Papua New Guinea, not just for members of parliament. And this is the thing that worries me. If we start to weaponize institutions of state, we've already seen it with DSIP and PSIP funding. We've known for many years now, these things are weaponized. They're weaponized against members of parliament. So I'm going to nubla something, all right? And we also know that previous challenges for the Prime Minister have also received threats. So I'm going to nubla something. So when I raise them, I expect that people will be concerned and say, look, I mean, the thing the Prime Minister should have said is, you said make him this law something, yeah, you stop him. And that's what I'm asking for. Just stop what you're trying to do.
Provincial member for East Sepik Province and alternate Prime Minister nominee Alan Bird, in a news conference, rebutted on the Police Minister Peter Chamalili Jr.'s press statement regarding the Paraka case being politicized. The opposition labelled this as a show of support to the Prime Minister and not the justice system of the country.
Mr. Bird pointed out that Minister Chamalili in his statement is determining the verdict on the parties involved in the case, stating that this is not his role.
And really, people like Ombudsman and all these agencies need to start questioning whether this guy is fit to hold the office or not. This is the second time he's done something like this. He's unfit for the office, in my view.
Bird further elaborated on the documents containing the information on the case.
Suppose this law pass, blow Prime Minister come out, blow Finance Minister come out. No kat one payment by Golo Paraka. Because first of all, there was no money to pay Paraka. They had to create an account, or create a new account, because no account will pay Paraka too. Or create him penis, all go kisi money, put him inside those account now, all raise him check now, all pay him Paraka. That's here. This is in the court's evidence. Mipla kamna, misuse him or fakes or mipla gaman, mipla makeup.
Highlighting on the police minister's statement, he said the laws of PNG do not give immunity to a witness.
What the minister is saying when he's saying there's a crucial distinction between a witness and an accused, what he's trying to say is this. Suppose you involve law 1 plus still, okay, you come a witness, even though you involve, mipla by no not charging you. That's what he's saying. The laws of Papua New Guinea do not give any immunity to someone who is a witness and also one of the star actors in the case. It doesn't.
Alan Bird further added that the minister is building a case with his own press statement.
This is very poor from a police minister. He's already trying to build a case to say, look, mibla by nonapa, go after long star witness na star performance blomibla. That's what he's saying. And if he's saying that, then I'm saying that this is wrong. This is wrong. Those two who were most responsible for defrauding the people of Papua New Guinea, one plem Karabus Pinis. Narbla, police minister Togono Naptatsimem. That's what he's saying.
Because he's witness.
Because I'm witness. Yet write him pass, yet direct him Secretary Blong Finance, direct him Secretary of Treasury, talk paying Paraka. Walking.
Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
The Judicial and Legal Services Commission have appointed Eava Gaita as Acting Solicitor General. This follows the end of term of current Solicitor General Tauvasa Tanuvasa. This was announced by the Minister for Justice and Attorney General Pila Niningi today at the West New Britain House in Port Moresby.
When announcing the appointment of the new Acting Solicitor General today, Minister Niningi acknowledged the outgoing Solicitor General, Mr. Tanuvasa, for his services to the government and the people of Papua New Guinea. Minister Niningi, upon this, showed his gratitude towards the new Acting Solicitor General.
Right now, I want to also thank the outgoing Solicitor General. He has performed well so now his term expires and his deputy takes over.
Pila Niningi further stated that the Office of the Solicitor General is a very important office in the country and it has to hold the highest moral and ethical standards. He said he will not tolerate any form of unethical behaviors by lawyers, judges and officers of the highest office in the country.
Lawyers are asking for cut. They are making mistake. New startup is in town. We will not tolerate this behavior of asking for what is there for me, what is my card, where is, this is not going to be on. State pays for it. You provide a service. If they do, and I'm warning the lawyers, and they must take it seriously that this card business is not going to be practiced anymore. Choosing lawyers to make payments and it's not going to be on.
The new acting Solicitor General expressed thanks to the appointing authority for the trust and confidence in his appointment.
Attorney General and the Judicial Legal Service Commission, I'd like to say thank you for your trust and confidence in appointing me to act on the office of as the Solicitor General. I would also like to thank the government of the day, the Mara Peroso government, the support as well, and the Secretary for Justice, Dr. Erikwa, for his vision and leadership in shaping young leaders for tomorrow. I would also like to also take this opportunity to thank the outgoing Solicitor General.
Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
The Department of Works and Highways responded within a week to restore normal traffic on the Wabek to Pogara section of the Highlands Highway. This timely intervention took place following a major landslide that occurred at Lokolam village, which is 20 kilometers outside of Wabek town, leading to a complete closure of this essential route.
The landslide, which took place on the 21st of February, is described to be extensive, covering a length of about 200 meters and reaching depth of 100 meters on a steep slope with a gradient of 600 meters. In total, approximately 800,000 cubic meters of earth and debris, including roadways, have slid down the slope, presenting a significant challenge for restoration effort. Timely intervention by the department, Enga Provincial Administration Pogara Joint Venture, and contractors saw the restoration of traffic despite delays due to slip development, weather, and security. Mitigation works begin on the 26th of February to address safety and partial traffic flow to the Pogara gold mine. On Monday, 11th March 2024, at 5 p.m., the road was open for normal flow of traffic. This road is vital for the mine's full-scale operations, particularly after a 4-year pause, and it serves as a crucial access point for hundreds of thousands of people in the western end of Enga. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
Minister for Works and Highways, Solan Mirisim, affirmed the Works and Highways Ministry commitment to respond to emergency restoration work around the country. He made this statement accompanied by the Secretary for Works and Highways, David Wera, at the Department of Works and Highways headquarters in Port Moresby.
Recent and current natural disasters, including landslips, washouts and flash floods occurring around the country, caused by bad weather, have affected highway conditions. Minister Mirisim has flagged this and stated that they are taking the initiative to ensure emergency restoration works take place. The work nationwide cost around 60 million kina.
Disaster has affected those roads and the bridges. Let me appeal to you that our engineers are on the ground, some are already on the ground, and some works have already started.
The key national highways affected were announced by the Works and Highways Minister.
Let me inform this country, some of these places are like Kainan to Goroka. We have reports already and there are contractors on the ground. Contractors will respond to this, some of these emergency works. And also we have Goroka to Simbu section. We have the contractors on the ground. They are attending to those roads. There are big cracks and it will take time for engineers to do some designs and detail to do a permanent, bring a permanent solution to that roads. Also part of Western Highlands, the Wabek to Pogara section just restored. We're given 2 or 3 weeks, but just restored within 11 days. And as of yesterday, 5 p.m., the trucks were passing through. East and West to Britain roads, Medang to Ramu, those section, and Bogia section of the North Coast. And also we have Nawai Bridge that is washed away. Our engineers are now on the ground now, contractor.
Minister Mirisim urged the roadside communities to cooperate with the authorities on ground.
Natural disasters are not doing our government, not Pangolin government or not this Maraberoso government. It's a natural disaster. It's a natural disaster, so we cannot question that. We cannot do anything on that, but our job is to make sure when natural disaster happens, our job is to be there on time to make sure restore those services back to normal. So let me appeal to this country that the works in the highways department are ready, and we are committed to respond to natural disasters on bridges and on roads that we are assigned to do.
Grace Papiali, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us. You're watching National EMTV News. The Internal Revenue Commission has officially launched a country action plan on the exchange of information on request for tax purposes. The plan covers recommendations for IRC and its partners to effectively share information with foreign tax authorities to counter bank secrecy and tax evasion. This launch was officiated in Port Moresby today.
Working in partnership with the Investment Promotion Authority and the Central Bank's Financial Analysis and Supervision Unit, the action plan provides the legal and regulatory framework for IRC, IPA and FASU to comply with in the exchange of information on request or EOIR transparency standards. IPA's Managing Director Clarence Hood says IPA has reviewed laws under its jurisdiction to purposely address money laundering and counter-terrorism financing to be on par with current systems and trends.
Amongst the amendments to the IPA mandated laws, there are other action items in the EOIR country action plan. And Commissioner and Director, let me assure you that the IPA will work closely with IFC and FASU to achieve this in the long run.
Central Bank's Financial Analysis and Supervision Unit Acting Director Wilson Onea says they will ensure banks operating in the country comply with state and global regulations in order to prevent money laundering.
Commissioner, you and your management staff, you have FASU support in having to ensure that we stay compliant with these international obligations. They are very important for our state institutions, and those obligations are important because when you aspire to achieve those obligations, you are actually influencing outcomes that will deliver for our people in terms so far as our mandates are respective mandates are concerned.
IRC Commissioner General Sam Koim says taxation is evolving due to technology and economical shifts globally, and IRC stands to keep up with the evolving landscape of global taxation.
Why we are doing this is to prevent the illicit capital flights, be it money laundering or be it tax evasion. So that's the whole reason why we're doing this, and I'm proud to be at such a time where we all are collaborating in getting this established in this robust framework to address this. So,
the implementation of the exchange of information on request or EOIR framework will enable IRC to work towards safeguarding PNG's economy by achieving global tax cooperation through the implementation of internal tax standards and other instruments to put an end to bank secrecy and tackle tax evasion by businesses and corporations. Edson Kuso, National EMTV News.
Minister for International Trade and Investment, Richard Maru, has announced that Rigo Rice Company have agreed to partner with the national government and Wilmar International Limited to establish the first national rice company in PNG. This announcement was made today in Port Moresby.
The local rice company in PNG, Rigo Rice, has offered to give 5,000 hectares of land to the government to build a large-scale commercial and irrigated rice farm. Minister Maru stated that this new joint venture partnership is the start of a major transformation of PNG's agriculture sector from subsistence and smallholder farming to large-scale commercial and irrigated farming.
We are importing too much when we should be producing all this food in this country. These are industries that we can build and own here in this country. We can be net exporters.
Minister Maru also indicated that 5,000 hectares is not enough to replace PNG's 900 million kina worth of rice imports annually. He elaborated that 100,000 hectares of rice farm is needed to feed all Papua New Guineans with the country's annual demand of 400,000 metric tons.
The first two provinces that we are looking at, the study will cover is Rigo in Central Province and in the Pacific Plains, where we already have state land of 9,500 hectares. And I welcome other provinces and districts who want to be involved in rice farming, who have big rivers, who have flat plains, and who really want to be able to make land available for rice. We're happy to talk to you. We'll start with two and get the two farms rolling, and then we'll look at others.
The managing director for Rigo Rice, Jeffrey Kennedy, highlighted that this business needs strategic partners to achieve its goals and targets.
So Rigo Rice has been trialing for more than 5 years now, and we are ready for the next stage. But alone, this is something that we cannot achieve alone. It will take us much longer to get to where we need to go, which is achieving food security in terms of rice.
Minister Maru indicated that they have already written to the chairman and CEO of Wilmar International Limited, a leading agri company in Asia and Africa, to invite them to come and undertake the feasibility study immediately in the coming weeks at Rigo and in the Pacific Plains.
So it is my hope that this journey that we are starting and announcing today will result in a study in the next few weeks in both Central and Pacific. And I want to see investment starting so that our two large-scale farms for rice can be developed in Papua New Guinea.
The minister concluded by stating that the state has the equity and is ready to fund this joint venture company. Louis Maingu, National EMTV News.
NASFund has announced its company audits of 2023 as a success. This announcement was made during the NASFund Employer Conference by Chairwoman Tamsin Wardley.
Chairwoman Wardley revealed the company's good news at the conference held at the APEC Isles in the nation's capital.
The board reported a net asset value of 7 billion kina and a notable net profit after tax of 597 million kina for the 2023 year.
Wardley stated that the company's profit announced was double from the previous year and gave more insight.
Based on these results, the NASFund board approved an interest crediting rating of 9% for the 2023 year.
She further elaborated.
This decision resulted in a distribution of more than 584 million kina over the weekend. These funds were allocated into over 680,000 member accounts. This, of course, includes your accounts.
The company board was delighted with its fund's performance and resilience and ability to surpass expected levels of contributions and cash income, reflecting the control of NASFund's operational cost.
The positive financial outcome for this year was significantly influenced by valuation gains and a year-end net foreign exchange gain. These factors contributed to just under half the 9% crediting rating received.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
NES Fund has used the employer conference held in Port Moresby as an avenue to introduce individuals at the end of the line with the aim to put the name on the face to clients. This is to ensure familiarity when questions or issues are raised with the company.
CEO of the NES Fund Superannuation Fund, Rajiv Sharma, introduced his team members present by calling them to the stage where employers present can get themselves acquainted with.
I would like to call upon my ExCom members here so that you could see them, and once you get opportunity after this conference, just talk to them, and if you have any question pertaining to their respective areas. So I'd like to first call upon Debbie Oli, our CFO. I would like to call upon Ann Wilson. I'll call upon our Chief Communication Officer, Turaho Moria. Our Chief Technology Officer, Arwa Tarawatu.
Sharma, after his introduction, expressed gratitude and advised employers to use their online portal app for the basic services.
If you have an app downloaded, you did not have to ask anyone whether crediting was done or not done. You can see it there. If you have the app downloaded, you don't have to go to your HR and find out whether contribution has been credited or not credited. You can see how much is your housing advance eligibility. And second feature which we have done now is this WhatsApp appointment. It's a great feature. If you use that, then you can save a lot of time, because if you're using WhatsApp appointment, then you don't have to go to the branch and wait for hours. It's a good practice to you all to basically learn how to do that. And if there are any issues, I'm sure all of us are here today. Get in touch with us. We will help you out.
Sharon Engnui, National EMTV News.
And now looking at the NES Fund market report, the kina closed unchanged at $0.2656 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2581, $0.3879 Australian dollars, 0.2286 euro, 37.76 Japanese yen. Looking at the commodity prices at New York closed, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, copper closed higher, palm oil closed higher, crude oil is trading lower, copper closed higher. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us. You're watching National EMTV News. The casket of late Minister for Education and member for Usino Bundi, Jimmy Uguro, arrived in Medang today. The casket was accompanied by Prime Minister James Marape and his spouse, Rachel Marape, and other senior members of Parliament.
This morning saw a warm welcome from the Medang Airport. The casket of the late Minister Uguro was transported on road from the airport to Medang Provincial Government grounds. A special sitting was conducted by members of the Medang Provincial Executive Council to bid their farewell to their late minister. After this, the casket of the late Minister Uguro was taken to the Marape Hall of Tusbab Secondary School for public tributes. The casket retired to Toropina after the program. The casket will be airlifted to Walium for the district funeral program tomorrow, the 14th of March 2024. Grace Papiali, National EMTV News.
A new partnership was sealed between the people of Yangoru Sausia of East Sepik Province and the people of Usino Bundi in Medang Province. when the Minister for International Trade and Investment and member for Yanguru Sausia, Richard Maru, visited the family of late Minister Uguro at Bill Village of Usinobundi District. The minister was backed by his people of Yanguru Sausia, a total of 60 people, including representatives from the district, lay, and the Yanguru Sausia Students Association of Divine Word University to farewell late Education Minister in the Yanguru Sausia way and to build a bridge between the two districts. Through customary way, they brought 10 pigs, 2 cows, 50,000 kina worth of goods, and 350,000 kina cash to the family of late Minister Uguro to show their heartfelt sorrow and grief. The people of Usinobundi accepted the proposal from the people of Yanguru Sausia for a partnership, and they sealed this partnership by presenting medeng bilums and necklaces made from pig tusks to Minister Maru. They also requested Minister Maru to help push to complete all the projects that late Minister Uguro started in the Usinobundi district before his untimely passing. Medeng Provincial Administration has a new provincial administrator after the National Executive Council revoked the appointment of Frank Lau and appointed Daniel Aloy as the acting provincial administrator. Mr. Aloy assumed the role as head of the Medeng Public Service on Monday, the 11th of March.
In welcoming the new acting administrator, Medeng Governor Ramsey Pariwa said he received 2 letters from the national government's chief secretary, Ivan Pomaliu, one stating the National Executive Council's decision in revoking Mr. Lau's appointment due to discrepancies in his appointment. The other stated the appointment of Daniel Aloy as the acting administrator.
And therefore, I'd like to advise and inform my people of Medeng that there's a change made by the highest authority of the land, the National Executive Council, on the Medeng's provincial administrator's position. And pursuant to this decision, now we have a new provincial administrator, according to the National Executive Council.
Pariwa welcomed the NEC's decision, citing that it is the NEC's prerogative in appointing heads of public service, hence it should be respected. He further said he looks forward to working closely with Mr. Aloy in moving the province forward.
It suits him to thank the NEC for coming up with this decision to choose him as the right man for the job. And now we will see the transition into a new beginning of our administration in Medeng. I have faith, confidence and hope that now Medeng will see the light of day.
Mr. Aloy was the provincial administrator before he was sidelined by the former governor for Medeng, Peter Yama. He is also an academic and a former lecturer at the University of Papua New Guinea. Edson Kuso, National EMTV News.
Theodist Limited has presented Cheshire Disability Services with a renewed annual donation of 25,000 kina today in Port Moresby. This donation will directly support Cheshire Disability Services' vital programs focused on improving the lives of people with special needs.
When presenting the check of 25,000 kina to the Cheshire Disability Services this morning, the Theodist National Sales and Marketing Manager Kevin Anderson states that they believe in giving back to the areas where they live and work.
This contribution will directly support Cheshire Disability's vital programs focused on improving the lives of people with special needs. Their initiatives provide essential resources, enhance the quality of home care and raise awareness throughout the community about the needs of individuals with special needs. We deeply admire the work that Cheshire Disability does. Their programs empower individuals and foster a more inclusive society, and their dedication to improving lives aligns perfectly with these values.
The Cheshire General Manager Benson Hahambu thanked Theodist for this support, stating that this will assist them in subsidizing operational costs for this year. He also highlighted the 4 key programs for Cheshire Disability Services this year.
Number 1 is the community-based rehabilitation and physiotherapy interventions. Number 2 is the inclusive education. Number 3 is the residential care and protection, where we are currently looking after 15 persons with special needs. And the fourth one is the livelihoods empowerment, where we are pulling together young voices, especially those with disabilities, to make their life meaningful in their community, so all of us participate equally to development in the country.
Mr. Hahambu states that they have about 2 fundraising events coming up this year.
Number one is the Cheshire Golf fundraising coming up on the 9th of August. We will be sending out flyer and invitations soon. And also, we are looking at running another year's Governor General Red Feather fundraising on the 22nd of August this year, in which the Governor General himself will send out invitations.
This renewed partnership signifies TUD's long-term commitment to supporting Cheshire disability services. Esther Gane, National EMTV News.
The Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited has officially launched its One PNG online platform today in Port Moresby. KPHL Executive General Manager Corporate Affairs Luke Liria indicated that the main goal of the platform is to showcase local talent.
Mr. Liria, in his opening remarks, said One PNG is an online platform that seeks to bring job seekers and employers together in a one-stop environment. He said One PNG is an innovative platform that offers a clear pathway to employment to PNG citizens.
With an interest in the employment sector from job seekers, students, employers, educators, training organizations, community leaders, through to NGOs, government entities, by connecting them through an online ecosystem.
Mr. Liria revealed that the online platform now has 12,000 job seekers registered.
Along with 100 employers and 4 training institutions who have signed up to the platform, and we have almost 200 jobs on the platform now. At KPHL, we are proud to leverage our capabilities on such platform, which may be a catalyst for change in the employment and unemployment rates in the country, which has important social benefits, and we look forward to facilitating its ongoing rollout around the country.
Having traveled the world, the managing director for UBD said the One PNG online platform is a world-class innovation that is not seen anywhere else in the world. Unlike LinkedIn, where information of job seekers is viewed by other users of the application, the data collected by One PNG is only accessible by KPHL. The platform allows for job seekers that are certified and not certified but have work experience to register. Malinta Yopolo, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Chukai Sports. Stay with us.
Chukai Sports.
Welcome to Chukai Sports. The Chukai Fun Run has been launched today by the Papua New Guinea Olympic Committee and the longest-serving partner and major sponsor, Chukai Industries Limited, in Port Moresby.
Emphasizing the importance of the upcoming event, Papua New Guinea Olympic Committee President Sir John Dawanin Kura appealed to the broader community, including businesses and partners, to rally behind the cause by acquiring the event sheds.
We can't thank Chukai enough. 24 years is a long, long time. 24 years is a lot of funds that they've contributed to Team PNG. And through that, we've been able to send our athletes and officials to Pacific Games, many Pacific Games, Commonwealth Games, and the Olympic Games. And this year, last year was the Pacific Games in Honiara. This year is the Olympic Games in Paris. Next year will be mini games in Palau, and 2026 we hope it's in Melbourne.
Acknowledging the 24 years of partnership, Chukai Industries Limited Marketing Manager Marian Tom said support for sports can be used as a platform to unite and bring together people from different backgrounds.
The Trukai Fun Run is obviously a very iconic event. It's a sports for all, meaning that you don't have to be an athlete to participate in the fun run. And it's a sport that actually sees people from all different backgrounds, all walks of life, families. It's a great day for community to get together on one day all across the country. And the Trukai Fun Run event, it truly represents the values of the Trukai brand, which is about family, which is about community. And we're very excited and very pleased to be a part of it this year.
The annual Trukai Fun Run for this year is set to take place on the 23rd of June this year. Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
You're watching Trukai Sports. Trukai Industries Limited have renewed its sponsorship as the naming rights sponsor of the Fun Run for another 4 years with the PNG Olympic Committee.
Trukai Industries Limited marketing manager Marian Tom described the event as a fundraiser that will involve support for all PNG athletes.
Of course, the Fun Run is Team PNG's single largest fundraiser. And all the funds raised from these events, we're able to send sportsmen, sportswomen to different international events for the calendar, sporting calendar of the year. And, they get to represent our country and also live their dreams and their aspirations, or fulfill their dreams and aspirations. Why do we continue to support sports? And at Trukai, we believe that sports can be used as a really fantastic vehicle to unify, a nation, bring together people, and most importantly, it also, aligns with our brand as well in terms of, that family, that community, and individually, it instills discipline, comradeship, teamwork, resilience, all of those characters that really help to holistically, ensure that you as an individual can contribute again, effectively back to, your family, your community, wherever your walk of life is. And
Tom said Trukai Industries Limited is looking forward to work closely with the PNGOC to support sports in the country.
So once again, on behalf of Trukai Industries Limited, we're very excited to be the naming rights sponsor for the Trukai Fun Run. As I mentioned, we've signed on for another 4 years, and we're looking forward to working with the PNG Olympic Committee. This year, we're donating 40,000 T-shirts, to the PNG Olympic Committee for this year's cause. And we're hoping that we can see on the day in June.
Jonathan Sibona, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The weather forecast for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, some showers. Daru, few showers. Kerama, few showers possible. Alota, some showers and possible thunderstorms. Popondetta, few showers.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Wednesday, the 13th of March, 2024. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.